For more content, please consider subscribing to JTV ASMR. Hey again, I'm back from the bathroom. Clearly the orders have not arrived yet. That's not exactly great. I guess these guys must be kind of busy in the kitchen. Oh well, I'm sure we'll be able to kill time. But anyway, how are you feeling, by the way? That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And, you know, I'm really grateful that you're still wanting to hang out and chill and stuff, you know, especially after that unfortunate fiasco. I am terribly sorry for all that, and I really hope that it doesn't happen again. I can't guarantee, because, you know, I need energy drinks. Caffeine is my lifeblood. It really is, but I gotta be careful when I take it, how much of it I take, so if it happens again, I'm very, very sorry, and please, please tolerate me if you can. It's no justification for, acting all weird and kind of in your face like that, and in the kind of curious manner, not a boasting manner, but you know what I mean, anyway, you never guess what, though. You never guess what. I was clearing out my room earlier today, and I forgot that I took these from home. Turns out I've got a collection of, well, I didn't bring all of them, I just brought some of them, but I found my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was a kid. You remember Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, well, fair enough. Yeah. I didn't really get the rules when I played with, well, the few people I could play with. You know, not a lot of people played with me when I was a kid with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but the few people who did, we still had fun. Didn't really quite understand the rules. I don't think anyone did. I think we kind of made up a few rules here and there as we went along. But I digress. If you'd like, I could show you them. Piece of my childhood right here, so might make for a fun little talking point. If you get what I'm saying. Of course, you don't have to. We don't have to do this. It'd just be a nice little opportunity to just point at stuff and speak a little bit, and I just love talking about stuff to you. It's just really rewarding, because it genuinely feels like you're listening to me. And I kind of seen that happy little smile on your face when I am rambling a bit, and it kind of helps my overthinking settle down a bit and make me feel justified in doing so. So if you'd like, we could maybe look at some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so long as you're okay with it and I'm not making you feel uncomfortable or as if you have to do any of this, which you obviously don't. Oh, great. That is especially great to hear. Yes, so, well, let's start off with this first one right here. I've got Red Archery Girl. It's a pretty animate lady, and she's a mermaid. Giant clam. 4-star rating, water type, and it says that mermaid archer that hides in a protective shell, waiting for the right moment to strike. 1,400 attack and 1,500 defense. Pretty good all-rounder. You don't have to worry about having to sacrifice cards to summon her. I think it's... I'm a little rusty with the rules, so please do bear with me if anything kind of, any wrong details kind of crop up from my mouth. But Sorry, should I keep my voice down? I don't want people to kind of look over and be like, oh, that guy's talking too loud. In any case. So, yeah, Red Archery Girl. There's another one here. Rod of Silence Cast. A monster equipped with this card, a magic card. Of course, that's because it's green. It's an equipable magic card. It increases its defense by 500 points. Negate the effect of a spell card, excluding this card, that specifically designates a monster equipped with this card as a target and destroy it. So I guess it's one of those sorts of, one of those kind of cure cards. Essentially, it gives a bit of a boost of defense, great. And also, if a spell card is kind of focused on it, it could be an enemy magic card or your own. You just activate that'll get rid of it. Of course, if it's your own, it's probably a bad idea, but if it's the enemies, they've got some kind of card that kind of, has a negative effect, then it comes in handy. Well, depending on how you play, of course, but, yeah. I like this one. Kind of looks like a sword, but if you look closer, look, there's like a little flower inside. It's like a flower and a crystal, and it's very stylized and stuff. It is just cool to look at. Anyway, let's look at more. This one's cool. So this is a continuous trap card called Grave Robber's Retribution. Love this one. Look, looks like an Egyptian dude being pulled into the ground, and I think there's little gnashing teeth kind of surrounding him, and of course a big mummy pulling him in, ready for a chomp. Freaked me out as a kid, but really cool. So, during each of your standby phases, inflict 100 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points for each of your opponent's monster cards that have been removed from play. So, I guess this is kind of like a continuous little punishment, depending on if you've got any cards that can not just, put them in the graveyard where they can be resurrected, but removed from play where they're kind of just in their own little vacuum outside of the duel. You can really, rack up the punishment with this one. So, pretty cool. Oh, another one. Another grave-related one. The Gravekeeper's Vassal. What's a vassal? No, it doesn't matter. This kind of funky-looking dude with shiny clothes, and wherever he walks, there seems to be some kind of shadow emitting some Egyptian writing? I'm not sure what that is, but still. This weasel-like dude. 700 attack, 500 defense, not really that powerful, and a 3-star card as well, but it says, the battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent's life points is treated as effect damage instead. I suppose it's one of those low-level cards that's situationally useful, might come in handy if, you want to kind of work around an enemy defense, that could have a magic or trap card that just activates whenever monsters attacking their life points and draining it. Could be, could be useful in that regard. But anyway, let's check out some more, if you're okay with that, of course. Alright then, alright. Yeah, great. So, got another one here. Magic Jammer. Discard one card from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation of a magic card and destroy it. This is, I guess it's kind of like a counterattack sort of trap card. It's like a big engraved circle that's glowing and smoke coming out of it. So yeah, kind of self-explanatory. Just get rid of one of your cards, dump it in the graveyard, and destroy an enemy magic card and stop it from causing mischief or havoc or whatever effect it's doing. Anyway, let's look at some more. Boring, generic. down to the grave. Magic card. Okay, this looks cool. I love these morbid ones. I don't know why. They just look so, like, gothic and spooky. Some dude, some old dude, he's got cards in his hands. Can't see which one, though. Too small. But it says, you and your opponents look at each other's hands. Select one card from each other's hands and discard them to the graveyard. And each draw one card. So essentially, look at each other's cards, pick one out. Everyone gets to dump those in their own respective graveyards, and then just pick one from the top of the deck to replace it. Again, nothing, nothing mind-blowing, ground-shaking, but could come in handy if you spot a devious card and think, hey, this could be powerful, this could be deadly, this could attack my life points or cause problems. Let's have that dumped in the graveyard. Cause some complications for the other player. Anyway, let's check out some more. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but pretty useful. Reinforcements, a trap card. So, if you activate this during an attack, increase one selected monster's attack by 500 points during the turn this card is activated, so it's a one-time use. But look at all these roaring soldiers, and they got glowing eyes going crazy, and like a sword and a battle flag. Yeah, it is what it is. It's what it says on the tin. Again, self-explanatory, but pretty helpful. Ooh, you're gonna love this one. Big koala. It's a really, really, really big koala. That's pretty much it. It's 7 stars, an earth monster, a beast class. It says, a species of huge death koala. He's meek, but people are afraid of him because he's very powerful. Look at that stat difference. Like, compared to the others, 2,700 attack, 2,000 defense. Imagine that. Imagine going up against like I don't know, it could be a dragon or a monster, and then it gets pounded by a big koala. You just imagine just like, I don't know, just grabbing a tree and swatting it like it's nobody's business. That'd be pretty funny to look at. But yeah, one of my favorites because it's just a big koala. That's funny to me. In any case, here's another one. This is a really kooky one. Look at this guy, the Time Wizard, 2-star. He's a spellcaster. He's light, and also it's a clock. It's a clock with gears, and he's got little hands and pointy shoes, and a staff with a clock on it as well. Those eyes, man, those eyes don't stop. It says, toss a coin and call it heads or tails. If you called it right, your opponent's monsters on the field are destroyed. Awesome. If you call it wrong, your own monsters on the field are destroyed and you lose life points equal to half of the total attack of the destroyed monsters. This card can only be used during your own turn, once per turn. Maybe not so nice if you get it wrong. It's a high risk, very high risk, but still a high reward kind of effect. You gotta have a coin for that, of course. Still, to be able to wipe out their side of the field of monsters is great, but to lose all your monsters and then combine all of their attack, then divide it by half, and then just use that number to drain your own life points, yeah, that's for the gamblers. So, maybe not for the beginners. Here's a magic card, Final Destiny. Kaboom! Just a big old mushroom cloud, and some dude who looks like he's going, oh no, or something. Sorry, that's a little silly. Discard 5 cards from your hand to destroy all the cards on the field. So it's another sort of sacrificial kind of card, where basically you activate that magic card, and you gotta give up all your cards in your hand. That could be problematic, because you're gonna have to, one by one, rebuild your deck. So, Gotta think carefully about these decisions after all, you know? Oh, this one. I loved this design as a kid. Do you want to know more? You know, I can talk more about this kind of stuff, but you know, if I'm talking too much or if I'm getting boring, just let me know. You can be honest with me. I ramble. I ramble. I stutter. Like, I stuttered too much there. It took too long talking. I'm sorry. Yeah. Again, we can continue, but only if you want to. Only. Oh, well. Well, when you put it that way, how can I say no? Sure. Yeah, so this one. Ryukishin. Gargoyle. Really big, veiny, muscly gargoyle with an evil-looking face. It's a 3-star dark fiend. It says, a very elusive creature that looks like a harmless statue until it attacks. 1,000 attack and 500 defense. So pretty spooky. But I like it. I think it's a very cool design. Speaking of cool designs, there's this one here. And I wish I got some mechanical robot ones. More of those. Those are the ones I loved the most. But you know, there's still some cool ones. Anyway. So I got here Gearfried the Iron Knight. 4-star, Earth, Warrior, big old. Well, yeah, it's an Iron Knight. It's black and white ridges and a big white shield and a red gem on his... What has he got? A red gem on... Oh, I'm not going to overthink this. Anyway, 1,800 attack, 1,600 defense. Pretty good. Very good. And it's only 4 stars, so you can pretty much summon that willy-nilly, I think, if I remember correctly. It's an effect card, and it says any... equip card this card is equipped with is automatically destroyed. So you can't really attach any cards to it that, maybe increases its attack or defense, whatever. But on the plus side, if the enemy tries to use an effect to get a card to stick to it, which is bad, then it gets destroyed. So it's capable on its own, I guess, but... at the same time, can't make it any better with any equip cards or whatever. So anyway, got another one here, Beast Warrior. 4 stars, Earth. The Boar Soldier, big old piggy. Big strong piggy with a gigantic cudgel hammer thing. This card can only be summoned by a flip summon. So in other words, you gotta put it down, face down when you summon it. The next turn, flip it over. And it says, if summoned by a normal summon, the card is destroyed. So you can't just say, I summoned this card. No, it's dead. No, you gotta put it flat down. The next turn, flip it over. So you gotta wait a turn. Anyway, there's more to it. It says, to this effect... if your opponent has 1 or more monsters under his or her control, the attack of this card is decreased by 1,000 points. It's not a very good card, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, low-level stuff, great, sure, whatever. But a flip? You're doing a flip and you gotta wait a turn just to be able to flip it over and then attack? By that point, they've probably already slapped down another card. That would be assuming that they haven't already got monster cards on their side of the field, so very situationally useful, but that's being really generous. It kind of sucks. Oh, this was a grim one, but I love it, because look at these kind of like monsterish scientists for the DNA transplant trap card, a continuous one. So it says, declare 1 attribute when you activate this card. As long as this card remains up on the field, the attribute of all face-up monsters on the field becomes the one you declared. I guess a certain attribute being, I think is to do with like cards that are classified as Earth, Light, Dark, etc., I think. Or it's the classification like Monster, Machine, fiend, etc. I can't remember which, or if that's correct, but let's assume it's one of those. So essentially, with this, you can put that down and say, oh, well, all the cards, or whatever cards, are basically, as long as they're face up, they're basically this thing. And if you got any other kind of adjacent magic or trap cards that say, I don't know, let's say, this card can increase the attack of this certain kind of monster. And with this thing, you can pretty much just, once per turn, play things in your own hands. Just give yourself all the benefits. That'll be great. Ooh, this one. One more, because actually I gotta go. I'm gonna go speak to the waiter about something, but it's taking too long. I want to get some more drinks. In any case, right here, Red Eyes B Dragon, which should be Red Eyes Black Dragon. There's not enough space, and it's shiny. Holographic card right here. Wow. Sorry, I was pretty hyped as a kid when I got this one. Shiny as well. Dark. 7-star dragon. Says a ferocious dragon with a deadly attack, 2,400 attack and 2,000 defense. Yeah, not as powerful as Blue Eyes White Dragon, but still a pretty good card. Great for kicking butt. If you can sacrifice enough cards to make sure that you can slap it down and start causing big problems for the enemy in a fight, of course. I just love the look of it. It just kind of looked machine-like, that kind of black armor around it, and the red eyes are cool too. It just looks like a cool card. It looks cooler than Blue Eyes White Dragon. Maybe I'm in the minority about that one. I don't know. I'll let you decide that one. In any case. So, yeah, that's just a selection of some of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards I brought along. I could talk about the others another time or whatever, but if you ever want, I would love to have a Yu-Gi-Oh card duel with you. That would be cool. Only if you're good with it, though. Only if you're happy with it. Not right now, because we're hopefully going to get food. That would be nice anytime soon. No, it's still not coming. But in any case, if you're happy with that, I'd love to have a duel with you sometime. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's awesome, great. Oh, I can't wait to relive my childhood all over again with these cards. Yu-Gi-Oh was a fun time. Just a fun time to be playing around and stuff and looking at the cards and the cool designs and figuring out who'd be great with this combination of stuff. It's just really great dorky fun. Anyway, tell you what, I'll go and, speak to probably that guy over there behind the desk. I'll get some more drinks and then kind of prod them and say, is the food coming? Kind of hurry it up, please. I won't say that, of course. I'm too anxious to say something like that, even as a joke. In any case, so I guess I'll be back in a moment if that's okay with you. Sure thing. I'll be back in a moment then. Okay.